Hi guys, welcome back to my Exvius guide. Now I'm gonna review Warrior of Light. Let's take a look at his stats first. Let me say this, his defense and spirit are the worst compared to Cecil and Wilhelm. First, defense. He only get 30% defense boost, while Cecil get 50% and Wilhelm get massive 80%. Not only that, he doesn't have any spirit boost, which make him quite vulnerable against magical attack. Cecil doesn't have that too, but he able to buff your spirit. The health boost is same as Cecil, and Wilhelm win once again with 30% health boost. He has Sentinel, which able to protect ally with 30% chance. It is nice ability to have, but you shouldn't rely on him because the chance is low. He get Undead Killer, but it is useless because you can kill Undead simply by using his raise spell, which is also nice to help you revive any dead ally. He has low MP pool, but if you are lucky, you can restore it when you trigger Warrior's Pride. It only activated when he is being attacked by magical attack, which is his weakness. He has safety skill called Hope. It increased his defense by 100%, but yeah, still no spirit increase. And as a bonus, he has 100% like resist. So like Cecil, he won't take any damage from like attack. Okay, so like you can see that maybe his stats is worse than Cecil and Wilhelm, but still his ability is really good. So let's take a look at his abilities now. First, Brave Presence. This is 100% provoke. I know it only lasts for one turn, but it will be very handy for driving an attack like an instant death and MP draining attack. This skill is far inferior compared to Wilhelm's Impregnable, but it is okay since Wilhelm is 5 stars base. Just for your info, if we get same awakening like Japan version, we can awaken this later and this skill will last for 3 turns. The next is Like is with us. This is probably one of the best tanking skill on this game. He is the only tanker who have this AoE tanking skills, but the chance is only 50%, which is kinda dangerous if you think you don't need to break enemy attack or magic, and assuming Warrior of Light will able to protect you all. Remember that this skill only triggered by physical attack, so if the enemy use magical attack, he won't protect your party with this. So knowing this, make sure you still buff your party spirit and make sure you debuff enemies magic. Not only tanking, he also able to do other support tasks. His debuff skills are pretty good. First, Arms Eraser. It will debuff all enemies attack and magic by 45%. From what I know, this is the highest debuff on the game for both attack and magic stats. This is really important for your party, especially for Warrior of Light itself. Because if you don't debuff enemies attack and magic, he is probably gonna get killed by enemies attack while tanking the damage. Armor Eraser is also nice. The effect is really high, 45%. Unless you have Awakened Elsa on your party, I think this one is the best defense and spirit debuff for the enemies. With this, you almost double your party's damage output. But remember to prioritize your safety first. Before this, Link is the only character who have similar AoE debuff. So be happy if you missed Link before, because now you able to inflict the same debuff. I think this one is better because it lasts for 3 turns, and like you know, Link's debuff only lasts for 2 turns. He also able to use Embolden, so you may able to ditch your Raffia if you only need her for her embolden. But remember, all of these debuff and buff skill cost a lot of MP, and like I have told you, his MP is pretty low, so try to conserve your MP. For example, if you think the enemy attack is not that deadly, then use full break instead of arms eraser. His LB, Crystal Saber, I don't think it is good because it only boosts your defense. It is clearly inferior to other tankers. The damage is basically useless. So you only get defense boost, which probably already covered by Riku's LB. I think that's all about his skills. His other skills, which are not mentioned before, are simply trash. He is a tanker, not an attacker. Let's compare him to two most popular tankers in the game. The first is Cecil. He has become best tanker for a long time, and his place is kinda taken when Wilhelm available on the global. Cecil may not be able to tank AoE damage, but his Saintly Wall is still very useful to block enemy attack. He is also able to heal your party with Curaja, so that's definitely a plus, especially if you have dual cast. He able to heal a lot of health, and also he able to buff your party spirit, which is really important because most of the boss's threshold attack are magic based damage. Not only that, his LB is pretty good. Cecil's weakness is he doesn't have built-in provoke skill, so he needs to rely on Golem's provoke. It is not 100%, so it is maybe a little bit tricky on a battle where you need protection against instant death, charm, and MP drain attack. I can say that Cecil is better tanker when facing against magical attack, because he can buff your party spirit and heal at the same time. But this statement is not entirely true because Warrior of Light can break his opponent's magic stats. So the real conclusion is I really cannot say which one is better because both of them are amazing. For me, I simply use them both in the battle when facing tough enemy, like what I did on the Mogul counterattack trial. This is same for Wilhelm. Wilhelm's Impregnable is really good at this time because it lasts for 3 turns. He also has 50% natural draw attack. Warrior of Light Brave Presence only lasts 1 turn for now, and he doesn't have damage reduction when being attacked directly. Let's just say Wilhelm is much better at single target tanker and Warrior of Light for AoE tanker. Wilhelm also able to buff your party greatly, especially on the global, where we able to buff LB gauge fill rate. It really synergizes well with our Material Girl Riku. With Hyper Null O and Hyper Mike TG, I believe your party can handle dangerous AoE damage. But for focus single target, I don't think so. Also, you don't need to worry about physical or magical damage. But still, Wilhelm doesn't have AoE tanking skill. I know this will anger many players, but I like Wilhelm's tanking capabilities more than Warrior of Light. Wilhelm passive and stats are simply better than Warrior of Light. Like is with us is amazing, but right now it only 50% chance. I know it will be upgradable in the future, but yeah, let's talk about them later. Let's talk about equipment now. One of the best traits he has is able to equip almost any equipment in this game. This way you can buff his spirit by equip him with staff. Building tanker is really easy, simply focus on defense, spirit, and health. Increase warrior of light health is really important because more health means more healing from warrior's pride. I think the best abilities for a tanker is Shield of Protection because it boosts your defense, spirit, and health at the same time. Focus on those three stats and your Warrior of Light will be really tanky. My conclusion for Warrior of Light, he is definitely one of the best tanker on this game. Couple it with great debuff and buff skills, he is nearly irreplaceable on your team because the other tankers don't have debuff skills. Also, don't need to be confused which one you should pick, Cecil, Wilhelm, or him. This game doesn't have restriction that you're only able to bring one tanker in the battle. In the super hard battle, you may need to bring 2 tankers into the battle. So yeah, let me say this one more time, no need to be confused. However, right now, his Brave Presence is kinda broken because it only lasts for 1 turn. Still, his Eraser and Like Is With Us are amazing. He is good tanker, but we need to wait for his awakening to see his true power. In my opinion, Cecil, Wilhelm, and Warrior of Light are 10 on this game. Different tanker for different situation. Also, because yeah, we already have his 6-star form, I don't think we need to use Rain anymore because I think that we use Rain because of his Undermine, which is same as Full Break. So with Warrior of Light 6-star form already available, I don't think there is any reason to use Rain. Okay, so yeah, I think Rain is not with us. Okay, so yup. Thank you very much for watching. Please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more Final Fantasy Brave Exvius guide. Bye bye guys.